Hey everybody, it is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Saturday. So wishing you a great weekend. Today we're looking at a range of topics, including this one on fxstreet.com. Cryptocurrency market update. Bears regain control as Bitcoin and major altcoins nursing losses. We do have some retracements that we're going to be talking about in just a second. A little bit more hyperbolic here on newsbtc.com. Altcoin Avalanche begins as cryptocurrency markets shed $16 billion. The good news is that we're up a little bit from the time of this press release. There's not quite as much doom and gloom as they're indicating, at least at the time of this recording. Nevertheless, we'll give you the rundown on that. Britain's FCA considers ban on crypto derivatives. This on altcoinbuzz.io, article by Robert, and another take on that by theguardian.com. And we'll close off today with 5 types of cryptocurrency jobs that you may be in the market for, that you may be interested to hear about here on uk.finance.yahoo. 5 types of cryptocurrency jobs on the market. But let's begin first and foremost with a snapshot of the market. It's more or less flat, up 0.46% at $326 billion total market cap. As you can see, Bitcoin is up marginally, 0.2% on the day. Pretty much all other altcoins are down marginally and maybe a little bit more than marginally. As you can see, Ethereum down 1.2%, Litecoin down 1.7%, Bitcoin Cash 1.8%, EOS down 2%. So nothing too dramatic or too violent, but that's what we're dealing with today at the time of this recording. Bitcoin sits at $11,365, where it's kind of been getting comfortable lately. Okay, moving on now to this fxstreet.com article. Bears regain control as Bitcoin and other major altcoins nursing losses. So the cryptocurrency market is sliding and bulls are losing certain positions. Sellers control Bitcoin and major altcoins during Asian hours on Friday. So Bitcoin did touch the $11,000 support handle early during Asian hours on Friday, but managed to recover to $11,150 by the time of this article's writing. As we just saw, it's a couple $100 up over that currently. The First Digital has lost over 5.5% of its value since this time on Thursday and stayed unchanged since the beginning of the day. $11,000 remains a key for the further Bitcoin price development. Ethereum, of course, was sitting quite comfortably above $300, which is a ceiling that it broke through quite successfully. But for a while now, it's below $300, unfortunately, as we saw about $10 below $300 at the time of this recording. Ripple's XRP has continued moving to the south and touched 37 cents, just below 38 cents during early Asian hours Friday. They've lost 1.1% since the beginning of the day to trade at 38.3 cents at the time of writing. The third largest digital asset with the current market cap of about 16 billion has lost 4.5% on a day-on-day basis. Litecoin also down a couple of percentage points, and it seems to be sitting at about $120 or just below $120. That's despite the very good news with Flexa that just came out. That's something that we're going to have to cover shortly because we haven't had a chance to just yet, but you can read about that on altcoinbuzz.io. So despite the rather good, rather promising Litecoin news, it is also an altcoin that's down at least a couple of percentage points. A more extreme take on recent events is brought to us here by newsbtc.com. Altcoin Avalanche begins as cryptocurrency markets shed $16 billion. So cryptocurrency markets are cooling off during the morning's Asian trading session. The July 4th parties in the US may be coming to a close, but Bitcoin is beating a retreat at the moment, dragging the altcoins into the quagmire once again. So at the time of this article's release, Bitcoin dumped 6%. Suffice it to say that we've been dancing around between a little bit below $11,000, but now between $11,000 and $12,000. That's down 6% on the day at the time of this article's publication. A very good point is brought up here with Bitcoin dominance being as high as it has been lately. Right now, for example, it's at 62.5%. There's even more control over altcoins that Bitcoin is exerting. So any way that the king daddy crypto moves really is going to drag along the rest of the market with it, for better or for worse. Cryptocurrency trader Moon Overlord eyes the potential for gains in a lot of the altcoins, many of which are still totally smashed from their all-time highs. They tweeted, quote, "The one thing I will say about alts is the upside on them right now is incredible. A lot of the top 100 coins are down, still down 95 to 99%. They can't even go much lower. The upside is 10, 20, 50 times What are you waiting for? That extra 0.12% down to buy them? I think that's a pretty good point. And not to FOMO into anything, and of course this is not financial advice, it never is, not to FOMO into anything, but if there is really a project that you believe in, that you've stuck to, that you feel has a good future, a good roadmap, a good white paper, a good team that's responsive, that's engaged in the community, I definitely agree with Moon Overlord in that sense that it's a really good time to buy, even if they're not at their all-time lows. What are you waiting for? That extra 0. Whatever percent you can squeeze out in your profits? There's a lot of potential that still exists in altcoins. I'm very much in agreement there. Switching gears now to this altcoinbuzz.io article, Britain's FCA considers ban on crypto derivatives. This is brought to us by Robert. The FCA believes the crypto markets can be harmful to small investors. Therefore, a possible ban may affect Britain's residents in the future. The FCA is the Financial Conduct Authority, and it's Britain's regulatory body, and it believes that the crypto-based derivatives are too risky for small-scale investors. Possible ban may come. They're only looking out for your best interests after all. As we already know, crypto markets can be extremely volatile and investors can lose money by not knowing what they are getting into. That goes for anything. So although it's true, it goes for anything, and it's not cause, in my opinion, for anybody to tell you how you can or cannot spend your money. This is also a risk for financial crime, according to the FCA. So as per Christopher Woolard, Executive Director of Strategy and Competition at the FCA, he said, quote, "As with our work on the wider CFD and binary options markets, we will act when we see poor products being sold to retail consumers. These are complex contracts built on top of complex assets. Most consumers cannot reliably value derivatives based on unregulated crypto assets. Prices are extremely volatile, and as we have seen globally, financial crime in crypto asset markets can lead to sudden and unexpected losses. It is therefore clear to us that these derivatives and exchange-traded notes are unsuitable investments for retail consumers." And as Robert writes, this is also a ban that could affect financial products such as contracts for difference, CFDs, options, and futures and exchange-traded notes. Following this announcement, Nouriel Roubini felt the need to chime in. Quote, "At Crypto Haze spent half of the debate today defending his shady biz model of peddling 100 times leveraged crypto derivatives to retail suckers. Today, UK's FCA proposed to ban this thuggish BitMEX biz model from buy to buy for crypto derivatives in the UK." Wow, he is a bitter and venomous man, isn't he? Nouriel Roubini, one day you will get yours, sir. One day you will get yours. And you can read about that same topic here on theguardian.com. FCA proposes ban on cryptocurrency products. The Financial Conduct Authority says crypto assets are ill-suited to small investors and very volatile. Look, there's no question that they are volatile. There's no question that they are complex and that not everybody's going to understand them. But on what basis can you apply that logic? If somebody goes into a casino and starts playing blackjack and maybe they don't understand and it's already a risky gambling type of scenario, it's that kind of a situation, does the FCA, do the credit card companies, do the banks step in and say, "You're likely to lose money, sir or madam, therefore we're not allowing you to spend your dollars at this establishment"? It's absolutely ridiculous. Spend their pounds, I suppose, if it were a UK casino. But to me, that's the equivalent. It's so unbelievably authoritarian for a government of any kind, or a body or an establishment or an organization, to come in and say this is what you can and cannot spend your money on. That's just my opinion. Let us know your thoughts about it in the comments below. However, that is my point of view. Switching gears now, and finally for today, we're on uk.finance.com, looking at the 5 types of cryptocurrency jobs that are currently on the market. So in this article, we're going to go through some of the different types of cryptocurrency jobs that are currently available. Bitcoin, of course, goes back to 2009, and since then, many companies have formed, and many established companies are also taking note of blockchain. They want to get in on the game. So these companies are constantly on the hunt for tech-savvy people to hire and train in the blockchain and crypto sector. Due to the industry being made of emerging technologies, new jobs are being created every day. With every new advancement comes new skills that need to be learned and taught. All kinds of different organizations are hiring. So just to go through the list quickly here, you have startups, of course, that want to get in on the action. You have established tech firms, and you have governments as well that are seeing the use cases for cryptocurrency, the use cases for blockchain. We just looked at, for example, yesterday, the government of Cuba and the president of Cuba that's talking very favorably about the idea of a national cryptocurrency, something akin to the petro in Venezuela. I wouldn't exactly recommend it because the petro has been so far, let's face it, a failure, but you can see that they're interested at least in the discussion, at least in the application and the ideas conceptually that surround cryptocurrency and blockchain. So from a lot of different perspectives, you have a lot of different players that are suddenly interested in this space. As far as the cryptocurrency jobs that are available, and this is something that if you're interested in pursuing a cryptocurrency job, I would encourage you to go through this article a little bit more slowly and really digest it. But just going through them rapid fire here, you can be a blockchain developer. That's obviously something that's very much in demand. A data engineer in the cryptocurrency blockchain industry. You can be a chief blockchain scientist. If you're into software, you can be a product manager. And finally, you can be a data analyst. Even if you don't know how to code specifically in blockchain languages, you can still be a data analyst if you're quantitatively inclined. Let's put it that way. The most recent statistic that I heard, I believe it's still valid, is that for every trained developer or coder in blockchain, you have 14 available vacancies job-wise currently in the United States. So if you're pursuing something in this field, I think it's a very fertile and fruitful time to do so. Let us know if you're pursuing a job in the crypto blockchain space or if that's something that you'd like to do eventually. Maybe you're building up your skills towards that. Share your stories with us, if you will, in the comments below, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, and check out this article in full for more information. That about wraps it up, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Check back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io, for all the latest developments, including the fact that 3 of Australia's largest banks are now incorporating blockchain, talking about the different industries that are interested beyond just governments and tech firms and startups. Banks, of course, are certainly part of that list. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. All the very best of luck if you choose to invest on this Saturday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. But have a great day, a great weekend, and we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.